This thing taking a long time again. Here we go. All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Ya'ak Hazaki Yahoo. And I start this broadcast as I begin any broadcast by first of all giving all praise, honor, and great esteem unto the most high power Yahuwah, Bahashem Yahushua Hamashiach, and to the 12 tribes of Israel who are scattered to the four quarters of the earth. I say Shalom Wabarukim, that is peace and blessings. And I cannot wait to the day that the Most High brings us back together. And we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation, under the Most High power, under one covenant. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I am joined this evening by my most esteemed Ak Kenaniah. Shalom, Aki.
Shalom, shalom, my key. Shalom, shalom, family. All praises. Here we are yet again. Todayah.
Hallelujah. Todayah, indeed. End of another week. This is Yom Shishi evening, and this
Mm-hmm.
is the end of another week for us. Going into Shabbat tomorrow, the Sabbath, and I'm so happy every Sabbath to really understand that Abba incorporated this day of rest for us every single week, and that He was thinking about us when He put this in place. I've heard heathen make mockery of it as, oh, he had to rest. He was tired. He had to rest. No, he knew he was going to have a people that he was going to give this to, and he knew we would need to rest. And in his forward thinking, he put this in place for us. That's why the scripture says Sabbath was made for man, man was not made for the Sabbath. So all praises to the Abba. Uh, if you joined us last week, we have gotten 10 chapters into the book of Judges. So we're going to get into chapter number 11 today. And it's been a very interesting journey. We've seen Israel do captivity after captivity after captivity. There's been four captivities we've read about. And, excuse me, we've we met a judge in Israel by the name of Gideon. We've also learned that Gideon was given a heathen name. And for some odd reason, the scriptures continue to call him the heathen name after he's passed on.
Mm-hmm.
This brother had 70 sons, and that is absolutely miraculous. And all of his sons were killed by a son of a concubine. That tells us that we need to keep our seed in our own nation because he went to
Okay.
another nation and had a son, and that son killed all of his uh, Israelite sons. So that's a lesson to be learned. These things that are written before time were written for our learning. So if we're not learning, we are losing. So I hope we're learning. Let's go ahead and get into chapter number 11. Uh, now, this headline reads Jephthah, the ninth judge. So I just realized that I said the ninth judge. So I guess there were eight other judges. Um, did I miss some other judges or am I tripping?
Now, like the last two chapters we covered, it didn't talk about them extensively.
Okay.
It just named them back to back. I think one of them was Tolo, the son of Dodo. Then there was another one that
Okay.
arose.
Kind,
But
kind, kind. I do
yeah,
remember that. I do remember that.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm tripping. I'm like, did I miss those
It
other?
wasn't like it wasn't. We didn't hear a lot of their acts. You know what I
Okay.
mean? We
Kind.
just learned that they were actual judges.
Okay. Kind, kind. So slick guy for me not recalling that, but yeah, I bring it to my remembrance. All praises to the Most High for act like Kenaniah to help me out when I'm slipping myself. So
Right, all praises to the Most High.
hallelujah, yes indeed. All right, this is the book of Judges, chapter 11 and verse 1. It says, "Now Jephthah, the it was Gileadite, Gileadite, Gilead,
Gileadite.
Gileadite
Mm-hmm.
was a mighty man of valor, and he was the son of an harlot, and and Gilead begot Jephthah. So I guess he called his son after his own name. Oh, Gilead.
You
Okay,
know,
okay, slick.
yeah. And see, Gilead is a town, I think, and I with his, this is the way I'm interpreting this script.
Okay,
Is
go ahead.
with his mother being a harlot,
Mm.
it's almost like the town was his father because with her being a harlot, wasn't sure who his father was.
Ah, okay. Kind.
I could be wrong. I could be off with that though.
Well, let's look at a couple of these here. Slick, I think I hit the wrong one first. Let's start with Yepta.
Yep, top.
Yepta. Uh, she was 29 times, and then Yepta, uh, he opens, son of Gilead, and a concubine, and the judge who defeated the Amorites. So that's what we're gonna get into the the defeat the defeat of the Amorites after the victory because of a vow before the battle. He sacrificed his daughter as a burnt offering. Okay, I remember that.
What?
Um, yeah, you're not familiar with that one?
Nah, cause
Yeah, it's gonna get sticky here. There's a lament. We actually should be doing a lamentation each year for her because of the she was we'll read it. We'll get it. She was a willing participant in this
okay.
situation. Yeah. But yeah, he opened uh, Yepton Israelite, also a place in Palestine, and so yeah, there's a couple other places. So all right, let's continue here. Oh no, that's Slick Eye. Let's look at this Gilead here. Gileadite, uh, Gilead, which is Rocky region, inhabitants of Gilead. So that's what I was interpreting it as. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I saw it the second time, it was a child of Gilead, a branch of the tribe of Manasseh, descendant from Gilead, uh, Yepthi, of Yephtha as a son of Gilead. So a Gileadite or descendant of Gilead. That's what a Gileadite is, a descendant of Gilead, which actually we saw that actually in Numbers. As I was clicking off of it, I saw Numbers 26 and 29. And so, yeah, and then saw a little glimpse of it last in Judges, just briefly.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, in Numbers, yeah, for the family of Gleedites. Yeah, I remember kind of going over that, but not like
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall what it was, but yeah, I vaguely, not vaguely, I do remember this story though. Um,
Okay, so Galid. So I was wrong. Galid is a person then, and not just the town.
yeah, so it says, so as I understood here, Yepta, the Gleedite, meaning he was a descendant of this group here, was
Mm-hmm.
a mighty man of valor, and he had a son of Silikai. He was the son of a harlot. I was thinking he had a son with a harlot, but he was the son of a harlot. And Glebe begot Yepta. So apparently he did have a son, or this Glebe had to been. See if it's something different. I don't think it is. Slicker. It is. That Gleedite and his
Mm.
Glede is it's a little bit different. Yeah, it's similar, but yeah, just the parts of speech. Now I look at it, 1568, and this is 1569. So yeah, it's the same Rocky region. Basically the same information outside of a city with a prefix. People of a region, son of Makar, Makar,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
grandson of Manasseh, father of Jephthah. It's a Gadite. And that's what I thought when I saw that Glee. I was like, a Gadite. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, that's not a Gadite. But yeah, so. All right, let's go ahead and continue here. Verse 2. And Glee's wife bare him sons, and his wife's sons grew up, and they thrust out Jephthah and said unto him, uh, You shall not inherit our father's house. for you are the son of a strange woman. And Gilead's wife bare him sons, and his wife's sons grew up.
So he
What
was
is
illegitimate. Yeah, he was an illegitimate son. So this strange woman, this woman, Galeed's wife, is not Yephthah's mother.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, that's not you have to. Okay, because I'm okay. I'm getting confused by reading this, but because I'm thinking in my mind, Gleed's wife bare him sons, and his wife's sons grew up, and they thrust out. I put Gleed right here, and so even though I
Mm-hmm.
read Jephthah, I'm like, okay, but yeah, you straightened it out for me. I told her bye, because I'm off this evening, but keep me on track. Keep me on track here.
Yeah,
Verse
come,
3.
come.
Told I bye. Verse 3. Then Jephthah fled from his brethren and dwelt in the land of Tob, and uh, there they gathered vain men to Jephthah and went out with him. All right, so let's check out this Tob real quick and see what significance that is. Tob, good. Yep, Tob is good. That's
Mm-hmm. Katob,
exactly what I was
indeed.
thinking. God. They kept that the same. That's pretty interesting. Region east of Jordan, north or northeast of Gilead, perhaps uh, Armin. Location is uncertain.
Aramean.
Armin. Armin. Location is uncertain. And again, I always give them respect for not making something up. So,
Okay.
all right, let's continue. So he gathered vain men. Let's see what this vain men is about. Rake, an adjective as a description. Empty, vain, empty, vain men, vain fellow. Empty, vain, empty of vessels, empty, idle, worthless. So worthless men, so
Mm.
men of no value. He took worthless men with him.
Yeah, these weren't the heads of Israel. These weren't the heads of the tribes. These were, what would we
Men of
say?
men
Yeah,
without
these were
value.
men from the bottom, you know.
Yeah, kind. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Glad I did click on that because I was would
Indeed.
kind of put it in perspective for us there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, all right. Let's verse 4. And it came to pass in the process of time that the children of the Amorites made war against Israel. And it was so that when the children of Ammon made war against Israel, the elders of Gilead went to fetch Jephthah out of the land of Tob. So wait a minute, why they going for Jephthah if he out there with the vain men and he a son of a harlot? You,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? How they want to fetch him? Like I guess everybody fighting, so everybody expected to fight. So go get Jephthah too. Verse 6. And they said unto Jephthah, come and be our captain, that we may fight with the children of Ammon, of Ammon. Wow, they want him to be the chief, the head.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they say that to Jephthah? I don't. That's
Well, you
interesting.
remember the first verse
He was a
we
mighty man
read. Yeah, indeed.
of valor, kind. Yeah, but how did they know that? Well, that's it. Maybe he's shown it before.
Yeah, come.
Maybe he's shown it. He's a tough guy.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Um, verse 7. And Jephthah said unto the elders of Gilead, did not you hate me and expel me out of my father's house? And why are you come to me now when you are in distress? He flexing on him. Verse 8. And the elders of Gilead said unto Jephthah, therefore we turn again to you now, that you may go with us and fight against the children of Ammon, and be our head over all the inhabitants of Gilead. And Jephthah said to the elders of Gilead, if you bring me home again to fight against the children of Ammon, and Yahuwah deliver them before me, shall I be your head? And the elders of Gilead said to Jephthah, Yahuwah be witness between us, if we do as according to your words. Slick, I read that wrong. Let me read that again. Verse 10. And the elders of Gilead said unto Jephthah, Yahuwah, Yahuwah be between, Slick, Yahuwah be witness between us, if we do not as according to your words. Slick, I left that not off the first time. I had to go back and correct
You
that.
can.
Verse 11. Then Jephthah went with the elders of Gilead, and the people made him head and captain over them. And Jephthah uttered all the words of Yahuwah in Mizpah. 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 That's family, right? Mizpah.
No, that was a town, Miss Pa.
Oh, Watchtower. Okay. I was like, Mizpah. Like Mizpah. Okay. Mizpah. Uh, yeah, Watchtower, place in Gilead, north of Yabok.
Mm-hmm. Your boat,
Yabok. The location of Laban's Carnon,
Karen.
Karen.
I'm not sure what that is though.
I have to Google that as well. A place in Gilead, south of Yesbuk, site unknown. A place near Mount Hermon, an old sacrifice place of Benjamin. The name of two places in Palestine, Mizpah. This is where the organic uh, of the win in pause of 87408 when in pause. Okay, so we've seen this before,
Mm-hmm.
but let's take a quick look at what we can find as to this. See what we can find here on that. How long did? Oh, okay. So Karen, that's like how he stayed. Laban's.
Okay.
I'm
When he was
guessing.
after.
Yeah. Let me check off Laban's here and see what he says. Mount, rough stones, built memory landmark, hilltop, skytop, small terrier. We know it's not a small terrier. Yeah, so it's got to be a mount of rough stones built in memorial or a landmark, typically of a hilltop or skyland. So
Didn't he make where they made that deal? They made a pact.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure right. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. Okay, kind. That's yeah, kind. That's it, Doc. You want it tonight, Doc.
Con. All praises.
Hallelujah. Yes, indeed. All right. Verse 12. And Jephthah sent messengers unto the king of the children of Ammon, of Ammon. I want to say Ammon so bad, of Ammon, saying, What have you to do with me, that you are come against me to fight in my land? And the king of the children of Ammon, answered unto the messenger of Jephthah, because Israel took away my land when they came up out of Mizraim, and Arnon, Arnon even took Yabok
Mm-hmm.
and unto Jordan. Now, therefore, restore the land again peaceably. So he's trying to say, look here, you done took my land. You're gonna have to get that land back. But that they took that land a long time ago.
Yep.
Like we are 9 judges in.
It can.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's been, come on now.
I'd say like over 100 years because we
Yeah,
know that
it's
it was the biggest captivity was like I think 20 years and then but there was 40 years rest in
40
between
years
and
of rest of each one
yeah,
that we
con.
read. So it's been a good long while because we had 40
Mm-hmm.
years at the Gideon.
Yeah, con.
Yeah, and then we had to deal with another 40 years after his evil son.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, verse 14. And Jephthah sent messengers again unto the king of the children of Ammon, and said unto him, Thus says Jephthah, Israel took not away the land of Moab, nor the land of the children of Ammon. But when Israel came from Mizraim, and walked through the wilderness unto the Red Sea, and came to Kadesh, then Israel sent messengers unto the king of Edom, saying, Let me, I pray you, pass through your land. But the king of Edom would not hearken thereto. And in like manner they sent unto the king of Moab, but he would not consent. And Israel abode in Kadesh. And they went along through the wilderness and compassed the land of Edom and the land of Moab, and came to the east side of the land of Moab, and pitched on the other side of Arnon, but came not within the border of Moab, for Arnon was the border of Moab. So they was
Mm-hmm.
on the border. They ain't coming to the land. And Moab and Ammon are brothers. So he's like, I didn't touch yours, I didn't touch your brother. So uh, don't even try to play me, homie. Verse 19. And Israel sent messengers unto Shihon, king of the Amorites, the king of Heshbon, and Israel said unto him, Let us pass, I pray you, through your land unto my place. But Shihon trusted not Israel to pass through his coast. But Shihon gathered all his people together and pitched in uh, Yahaz and fought against Israel. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Kind. Verse 21. And Yahuwah power of Israel delivered Shihon and all his people unto the hand of Israel, and they smote them. So Israel possessed all the land of the Amorites and the inhabitants of that country. So not only did they take the land, they took the inhabitants of the land as well. Verse 22. And they passed all the coasts of the Amorites from Arnon even to Yabak, and from the wilderness even to Jordan. So now Yahuwah, power of Israel, has had dispossessed the Amorites from before the people of Israel. You shouldest and shouldest you possess it. So he gave him the entire rundown. Like, look, this is everything that happened.
It
So
can.
they had to have some pretty impeccable records for him to have all of that great detail.
Yeah.
I mean, he
And
recapped it uh, like we was reading numbers basically,
it
which they
can.
would have
That's what I
had
was
then.
thinking. Yeah. And we've heard it like a few different times. We talked
Yeah.
about one chapter. One of the headlines was 31 kings taken. You know
Oh,
what I
kind.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
remember
remember
that?
that. Yeah. Kind.
Yeah.
Kind. Yes, indeed. Yeah. And I said they must have had impeccable records. Well, we're reading the records. I mean,
It can.
you know what I'm saying? It's kind of obvious. I mean, yeah, we reading it. That's exactly what we're looking at here.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 24. Uh, will not you possess that which Chemish,
Kamosh. Oh
Kamosh?
man, I just messed up. All right.
Oh, that's one of the evil ones.
Yeah, Abba
Oh,
forgive me,
dog it, me
man.
too. Because I didn't even realize that's what it was. Okay, which that evil one, your idol give you to possess. Oh, slick eyed. It sure didn't mean us to do that, but we did it in ignorance, not on purpose. And
It
it
can.
showed not to big up they idol, as we big up our power, Yahuwah, or Yahweh, however you want to pronounce his name. Certainly not the power of the children of Aman. So let me finish this up, and we'll take a look at that name and see what it's about. So whosoever Yahuwah our power shall drive out from before us, them we will possess. So let's take a look at this idol here. I didn't even know what that. I should have knew better. Uh, this person, this thing's name is Shadur, the
Mm-hmm.
national deity of the Moabites and the idol of the Amorites. Also identified as that evil one, Peor, and the evil one, Zebub. Oh wow, yeah.
Right.
Look, also the planet and the candy bar. It's funny the name of candy
Mm-hmm.
bar after that thing.
Indeed,
And yeah, that's what this. See, that's what we was talking about before. Before we was even before we went live, we was talking about how these people will take your stuff and you'll think that they was the originators of it. Because where you think those planets, those so-called planets, got these names from? You know what I'm saying? That's their history that they teaching us,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what they calling them. This was I know this was wasn't this Greek? Not Greek, but Roman? Not Roman. You
Yeah,
know what I'm talking
indeed,
about?
yeah.
Yeah,
Romans and the Greeks, you know.
yeah, yeah. Right. It's a car named that.
Right.
Or it used to be. I don't think they make them anymore. But uh, worship of this idol was introduced unto Jerusalem by Solomon and abolished by King Josiah of Yehuda. It's funny how they say Solomon, and when they mention Yeshaya, they put of Yehuda, like he's an offshoot of Solomon. So obviously he's from Yehuda because Solomon. They know we know who Solomon is, but I guess
Mm-hmm.
because Yeshaya is maybe less known, they put emphasis. Oh yeah, he's of Yehuda. This is one of Solomon's sons. Well, later
Yeah,
down the line.
yeah, in that line.
Right? Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Um, wow. Okay. I sure hate we did that, but it's all good. Like I said, I didn't certainly wasn't out of intention. So we'll continue. Verse 25. And now, are you anything better than uh, Block, son of Zippor? So I'd be nervous about saying his name.
Yeah,
King King of Moab. I was thinking Peor. I was thinking that one that they killed.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's not the same cat, is it?
No, that's not. Nah, that's not the
Okay,
same one.
okay.
But he was the one that had hired the prophet against.
Khan.
Yeah.
Okay. Khan. Peor. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Gotcha. King of Moab. And did even strive against Israel, or did he even fight against them? So yeah, this is the same one. So yeah, we're familiar with him. Let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 26. While Israel dealt in Hezbon and her towns, and in I'm
Or
nervous about that word. Say, what is that
yeah,
word?
yeah. We've seen it. We've seen
Uh,
it before.
okay,
Or
or okay, and her towns, and and the cities that be along by the coast of Arnon, 300 years. So he's saying it's been 300 years. Why,
wow.
therefore, did you not recover them within that time? Like, sucker, it's been 300 years since we've been set up in all this. So what
Mm-hmm.
you talking about? You took my land. We've been here 300 years. Like, man, you better get on with this foolishness. Verse 27. Wherefore I have not sinned against you, but you do you do me wrong and war against me. Yahuwah the judge be judge. Yahuwah the judge be judge this day between the children of Israel and the children of Ammon. Howbeit, the king of the children of Ammon hearkened not unto the words of Jephthah, which he sent him. So he sent all that by messenger.
Mm-hmm.
Here it goes. This is where we get into the situation. So this is yet this tragic vow. So here we go, verse 29. Then the spirit of Yahuwah came upon Jephthah, and he passed over Gilead and Manasseh, and passed over uh, Zip, uh, Mish, Mishpah of Gilead, and Mishpah of Gilead he passed over unto the children of Ammon. And Jephthah vowed a vow unto Yahuwah and said, If you shall without fail deliver the children of Ammon unto my hand, then it shall be that whatsoever come forth out of the doors of my house to meet me when I
Okay.
return in peace from the children of Ammon shall surely be Yahuwah's,
Yeah.
and I will offer it up for a burnt offering.
Okay. Yeah. Khan, I do remember this story now. Yep.
Okay, kind, yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, again, these things are written aforetime and written for our learning. So we got to learn. You know, you talking to Yahuwah, you talking to Yahweh. This is something you don't do. You don't say I'm a something so blanket like this. Like this
Right.
literally could have been. This could have been his wife. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it happened to be his daughter, but I mean, it could have been anything. Why would he say that like that? Whatsoever cometh forth out of the doors of my house to meet me, what is going to come out of your house to meet you outside of
It's it's a person.
somebody?
Clearly a person.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. You know, what he thought the cow was going to come out the doors of his house.
Right.
You know, I mean, come on, he thought a bull or something. I don't know, but verse 32. So Jephthah passed over unto the children of Ammon to fight against them, and Yahuwah delivered them into his hand, and he smote them from say it again,
Or
Aror, Salakia, Aror, even Aror. I want you to get that next time. Even till you came to uh, Menith, Menith. I'm guessing that.
I don't think
Okay,
we've seen that one before.
okay, Con. We'll take a look at it here in just a moment. Yeah. Um, even 20 cities, and unto the plain of the vineyard, with a great, with a very great slaughter. Thus the children of Ammon were subdued before the children of Israel. So this man here, he was about that action because he didn't put a whooping. Well, the spirit of Yahuwah came on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Manith. Yeah, the spirit of Yahuwah came upon him, and yeah, he just smote them uh, distribution. That's all we need is for the ruach of Yahuwah to come upon us, and our enemies are it's over.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, kind. I mean, we see it. We've seen it too many times in the script. You know, we get right and we walking right and doing what we need to do. Our enemies come against us. The spirit of Yahuwah coming upon us. We think we gotta wait for glorified bodies. We don't.
Right.
Abba give us what we need it'll be writings in the books talking about the children of the children of Israel in the land of their captivity went against their adversaries, their captors, and the spirit of Yahuwah came upon them, and they smote them from where we at Jeffersonville, Indiana, to
God, God.
to Houston, Texas. We was, you know what I'm saying? They'd be like, it'd literally be in the book like that. Um, yeah, I can't. In numerous, oh, that's not numerous. What is this?
Enumeration.
Enumeration. Salika. Look, I be tripping sometime when I see these words.
I'm not sure what it means though, but
Okay, we can take a look at that real quick. Uh, Menith, a place east of Jordan. Let's see here, Amorite territory. Okay, that's why we probably not so familiar with this Amorite territory. They probably guessing in some of this. And okay, let's take a look at this enumeration. It's a noun, popular noun.
Plural.
I'm tripping. Oh, I'm tripping. Okay, slick. I'm on very little sleep here. Uh, time to go to bed here shortly. The action of mentioning a number of things one by one.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what enumeration is. So hmm, okay, all right. Let's look. We learn some of everything when we get into these scripts here.
Mm-hmm.
All praises to Haba. Verse 34. And Jephthah came to Mizpah unto his house, and behold, his daughter came out to meet him with timbrels and with dances, and she was his only child. Beside her, he had neither son nor daughter. And it came to pass, when he saw her, he rent his clothes and said, Surely, my daughter, you have brought me very low, and you are one of them that trouble me. For I have opened my mouth unto Yahuwah, and I cannot go back. So why would you don't again, these things are written aforetime, written for our learning. Do not even put yourself in this position. Talking about Abba, I
Okay.
will do this. If you do this, I'll do this. Don't do that. Just I will serve you and keep your commandments. He didn't have to come to this. This was avoidable.
Mm-hmm.
So verse 30, 36. And she said to him, My father, if you have opened your mouth unto Yahuwah, do to me according to that which have proceeded out of your mouth. For as much as Yahuwah have given vengeance, is that vengeance?
Yeah, con.
Vengeance for you of your enemies, even of the children of Ammon. And she said unto her father, Let this thing be done for me. Let me alone 2 months, that I may go down upon the mountain and bewail my virginity, I and my fellows. Now I never understood what this bewail my virginity meant. Let's
Because
check
when I
out
think
this.
of bewail, I think of crying.
Yeah, weep. That's what it say. Weep 98 times. Bewail, sore, three, mourn. Yeah, crying, shed tears, grief, weep bitterly. Yeah, lament, bewailing. Okay, and then, but why would she bewail her virginity? So I guess she had
Crying, yeah, crying because she's never gonna lose it.
never.
She's not
Oh,
gonna
okay. Bethlehem, Bethlehem,
Bethlehem, con,
Bethlehem. Okay,
Bethulim.
Bethulim, Ulim. Yeah, virginity made. So it's virginity 8 times and made 2 times. Virginity to not know a man. Okay, yeah. So let me go and hang with my people with my friends for a couple months, and we'll go from there. Verse 38. And he said, Go, and he sent her away 2 months, and she went with her companions and bewailed her virginity upon the mountains. And it came to pass at the end of 2 months, when she returned unto her father, who did with her according to his vow which he vowed, and she knew no man. And it was a custom in Israel that the daughters of Israel went yearly to lament the daughter of Jephthah, the Gileadite 4 days in the year.
Hmm.
4 days in the year. So they went and lamented her. Um, well, they kept memory of her, and that was the daughters. That wasn't for us to do. The daughters did that. Yeah. So I don't. Again, let me reiterate that again. That situation was completely avoidable because he didn't have to say what he said. He could have said, "I told Rabbi, you deliver my enemies into my hands. I'm sure you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna do it as you done for my fathers before me, and I thank you." And that'd have been it. He didn't have to.
Okay.
Abba didn't say, "Yeah, if you promise me something, I'll give you. I'll deliver your enemies." Never. That conversation was never had. So it was completely and utterly avoidable.
Hard lesson learned, Doc.
Yes, indeed.
But like you said, these things were written for our learning. You know.
Yeah. Kind. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's not just this vow. I mean, it's not just that type of vow. Any kind of vow. Uh, one of my Akeem told us that the Satan's job is to get you to break any kind of vow. We know that we read in the Torah, when you vow a vow, don't hesitate to pay it. I don't think it said hesitate, but it said don't think you're gonna not pay it, because whatever you vow, you on the hook for.
Mm-hmm.
The women, we read that as well. Women get a way out if they father hear that they in their father's house. If he hear it, the day he hear it, he can disallow it. Same thing
Mm-hmm.
with the husband. If she's married, the day he hear it, he can disallow it. But for a man, you can't go back. Can't disallow any. There's nothing to disallow. So when you say it, it's it. Just don't say it. Don't even think it too hard, because you're gonna say it if you think it too hard. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, chapter 12. I think I beat that horse good enough. Verse 12, chapter 12, Salika. Jephthah and his successors. So it looks like he about to get a few successors here. Uh, verse 1. And the men of Ephraim gathered themselves together and went northward and said unto Jephthah, "Wherefore pass you over to fight against the children of Ammon, and did not call us to go with you? We will burn your house up on Slicka. We will burn your house up on you with fire." Now, wait, didn't they say, wasn't this
They said that the same thing to Gideon.
to Gideon? I was gonna say, like, what is up with Ephraim? Ephraim
Mm-hmm.
act like they want to fight, but they never around when the fighting going on, and then they want to be mad when they ain't getting in the fight.
Kind of.
What what y'all doing? Ephraim, come on, man, y'all bugging, man. Y'all need to get on with
Y'all
this.
heard the battle cry. I'm sure
You know
y'all
what
heard the
I'm
shofar go off. What y'all doing?
saying? Y'all bugging for real. I mean, that's strange. That's two times in this book. Two times. That's strange. Verse 2. And Jephthah said unto them, I and my people are at great strife with the children of Ammon. And when I called you, you delivered me not out of their hands. Like, I called y'all jokers and y'all didn't even show up. Verse 3.
God.
Put it in modern terms. Verse 3. And when I saw that you delivered me not, I put my life in my I put my life in my hands. Oh, he taking too much credit there.
Mm.
Salika, he taking too much credit there. That's a little bit. That's too much now. You don't want to say that. You should have said
God.
I put my. Should have said my life was in Yahuwah's hands, and his ruach came upon me, and I was able to handle the business. But he getting beside himself. This is one of the Moshe moves right there. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
God.
So yes, indeed. He let me specify. He said he put his life in his hands and passed over against the children of Ammon, and Yahuwah delivered them unto his. Okay, so he did give Yahuwah the esteem, but I don't know if I would have even said I would put my life in my hand. Uh, I would have put Yahuwah there, and Yahuwah delivered. I gave it to Yahuwah, and He delivered. That's what I would have said there. Okay, let me continue. Wherefore, then are you come up unto me this day to fight against me? Like, man, what y'all doing, man? Y'all y'all had every opportunity to get into the battle, and because you didn't get in the battle, now you trying to come step to me?
God.
Verse 4. Then Jephthah gathered together all the men of Gilead and fought with Ephraim. What in the world is going on here? Ephraim taking this to the extreme. They really want to fight because they didn't get in the battle. They want to fight. Like, are
You
you
know, go
serious?
fight, go fight some heathen. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
why are you fighting with your brothers, man?
that is crazy. What is really going on with Ephraim? That's my question.
You know, and it's not like it's not like it ain't heathens in the land. You want to
Right.
fight? Go fight them.
No, no, they coming to fight the men of Gilead. They coming to fight with Israel.
And
Like,
these are
what is?
truly our people. These are
I
truly because we
mean,
see the same things going on today, man.
Khan, Khan. I was just telling my son about this today. He was like, he got into it with some boy at school. I was like, who is this boy? He told me his name. I said, what do he look like? I was trying to
Right,
be discreet.
right, right, right.
And then he told me it was a so-called black kid. I'm like, son, he probably got a lot of problems that you probably not aware of.
Right.
And he didn't understand that. He was like, no, I'm like, listen, son, I'm not trying to make you into a whipping boy, but understand, you my son, you big and strong. You shouldn't be, people shouldn't feel inclined to mess with you. It's just the bad side is that young people don't understand that. They think they can push limits and whatnot. So I certainly don't want you to be a whooping boy. But if just think about the effect it would have had on him if you'd have told him, my daddy teach me not to fight against my brothers. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Think of that sitting in his mind, like brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, let that sink into your brain. If you'd have said that to him instead of getting into a pushing match with him, you know what I'm saying? How kind of an effect that would have had on him. But my son is 11. He's learning, so learning slowly because he's not here with me. He's with his mother, and he's certainly not learning from there. But let's continue. Uh, because they said, "You Galeedites are fugitives, and Ephraim among the fugitives of Ephraim among the Ephraimites and among the Manassites." So Manasseh joining in with Ephraim in this situation.
Yeah. And this man remembering his father was from the tribe of Manasseh. You know.
This is sad, man. This is
Yeah.
this is sad. Verse 5. And the Gleedites took the passages of Jordan before the Ephraimites. That's it, the passages of Jordan before the Ephraimites. And it was so that when those Ephraimites which had escaped said, let me go over, that the men of Gilead said unto him, are you an Ephraimite? And he said, nah.
Hmm. I
Nah.
remember this story though, but it's like a way that they pronounce. Well, we'll get into it. Yeah,
Oh,
kind of.
kind. Say, oh yeah, yeah, I remember that too. he gonna
Yeah.
he gonna say it different. Yeah, you gonna have to break that one down. Not break it down, but I'm saying that word that they said. Verse 6. Then he said unto him, say now,
Shibboleth. Shibboleth.
Shibboleth. And he said,
Shibboleth.
I thought it was supposed to be two different ways.
Oh, yeah, Sibboleth.
Okay,
Shibboleth and then Sibboleth.
Shibboleth. Okay, I remember that, but somebody else was reading it. Shibboleth, and he said Shibboleth, for he could not frame the pronunciation of it right. And
Hmm.
they took him and slew him and his passengers of Jordan. Oh, Silica, at the passage of Jordan. And there fell at the time of Ephraim Slickah. And there fell at the time of the Ephraimites 42,000.
God. And you
Forty
know,
two thousand. You
hmm
knucklehead jokers fighting, want to raise up against, could have got your butt in the fight, in the battle.
right?
Instead, you want to fight against your own people, and then you go in there and get 42,000 of you slewed. What in the world is wrong with these jokers? I
They
mean, this,
definitely they're not following the law because there's not supposed to be any hatred towards an Israelite. Israelites is not supposed to hate other Israelites, and these brothers have taken it to another level, taken hate to another level to want to go to war with one another.
that's crazy. That is literally crazy. Let's look at this. I don't remember. I don't remember 42,000 dying. I mean,
Yeah, it's not a small number.
no, I didn't have a clue. That's what I'm like, what? Oh, good grief. Um, Sibobolet. Sibobolet. So this is an ear of grain or wheat. So this is the only place that it's used. This spot that we see here. And the way he said it, I'm sure it's probably the same. Uh, no.
It looked like two different words.
Yeah, following stream. Yeah, ear of grain, head of grain, as growing cluster. Yeah. Sh- Shibboleth. Bolet. Bolet.
Shibboleth,
Shibboleth.
Shibboleth.
Shibboleth. Yeah, it probably would have got me with that one because I'd have been like, say, wait, say what?
Right,
Like,
right, God,
say
God.
what? What you say? Man, you better let me through here. Come on. I ain't gonna do no spelling test with y'all,
Right,
no
right.
pronunciation test. Uh, verse 7. My goodness, man, I just hate to see 42,000 Ephraimites. First of all, y'all picking a fight and then you get your butts kicked.
Right, right.
42,000 worth? I mean, come on, man. That's ridiculous. Verse 7. And Jephthah judged Israel 6 years, and he died. Then died Jephthah the Gileadite, the Gileadite, and was buried in one of the cities of Gilead. So it doesn't say how old he was,
God.
just that he judged Israel 6 years. Verse 8. And after him, uh, Azan, Isban,
Abazan.
Abazan, Abazan, Slakia, Abazan. You be nailing these.
I might be off with that one. I'm just, I might be off with it, but I'm thinking Abzan.
And, and,
Abzan.
and look right when you say it, when you say it like, all right, yeah, that looks like exactly it for real, for real. That's why I say you be nailing it because I'm when I look at that, it like that's what it looked like when you say it. Yeah, that's right. I'm like, that's right. I bet the judge yes right, yeah. So let's take a look at it here. I'm pretty sure you
And,
on the
and
mark
this
with
the
that.
10th
Straight up.
judge.
Con. Yeah. Yeah.
Abzan. Yeah, God.
Yeah. Con. Like I said, when you say it, it like it straightens out for me. I'm like, that's it. Their whiteness, literally their 10 as white.
Hmm.
Their 10. Now, if that said skin, I'd be trembling.
God, God. Right.
I'd be like, what?
Yeah, we'd have to
What?
consult some elders, man.
Right?
Man, we need y'all to break this
I'm
down,
like,
man.
what? Yeah, I can't. I'd be like, hold up. Y'all seen this? we got we gotta make we may be in trouble here. But nah, that's their 10. Literally their 10 as white. Well, what do they mean when they say their 10? Like the metal, the tin metal in the
Hmm.
land, it was white, or they painted white,
I'm not.
or
Yeah. I don't know.
A Bethlehemite judge in the time of the judges um, is Basan, the same as Splendid,
Hmm.
I, the son, an
Absana.
Israelite, Abazan,
Mm-hmm.
Abazan. Yeah, yeah. It's like I wanted to say that, but I couldn't get it. And then you go, boom. I'm like, all right, yep, that's it. That's right. He hit it on the head. Okay, let's continue. Da, 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 da. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, we at verse 9. Verse 9. Look at this. And he had 30 sons and 30 daughters,
Wow.
whom he sent abroad, and took 30 daughters from abroad for his sons. And he judged Israel 7 years. 7 years. Why they judging so short? And he dead. How you die?
Right.
I mean, that's a head scratcher. Like, why are they time so short? Um, Jephthah had 6 years. Uh, Abizan had 7 years. Like, why they going so short? I don't understand that. Uh, then died Abizan and was buried in Bethlehem. In Bethlehem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Did we see Bethlehem before? I want to look that up and see
House
what
of Bread.
House of Bread. Okay, okay, con. Yeah, so we did. I don't know why I'm thinking I didn't see that one. I didn't recall that, but like I said, my brain not working like it should be. Verse 11. And after him, Elon, the Zebulun, the Zebulun, the Zebulunite, judged Israel, and he judged Israel 10 years. Again, what are they? Are they becoming judges in their old age?
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it was so with Yeptai because we know that he was a man of value. So he was a fighting man. So
Yeah, I don't get this. I don't get this. So we went from what was it, 7, 8,
6, 7, and then
6,
10.
6, 7, and 10, and he judged 10 years and died. Uh, and Elon the Zebulunite died and was buried in Ai,
Ayalon.
yeah,
Ayalon.
Ayalon, in the country of Zebulun. And after him, Abdon, the son of Hillel, the
Parathonite.
Parathonite, judged Israel.
So that's
And
the
he
11th
was
judge.
okay. Yeah, you're keeping a good count there. All right, told Rabbi. Verse 14. I'm gonna look. We're gonna look at Abaddon here. We'll go ahead and finish out
Mm-hmm.
this chapter. And he was and he had 40 sons and 30 nephews that rode on 70 donkey coats, and he judged Israel 8 years. I don't, I'm perplexed at these short times. I mean, all of them are short. The most was 10. That's like nothing. I mean, we were just reading. Joshua lived 110 years.
Con.
Like Joshua, the judge Israel, he just started when he was 100 for 10 years, and he'd have
Nah.
been dead 10 years later.
Yeah, con.
That's not wow. Okay, verse 15. And Abdon, is that right? Abdon
Yeah, con.
and Abdon, the son of Hillel, the uh,
Parathonite.
Parathonite, died and was buried in Parathon in the land of Ephraim in the mount of the
Mm.
Amalekites. Parathon. Okay, let's look at a couple of these. Uh, Was it Abaddon or did we look at that one already?
We hadn't looked at Abaddon.
Okay, come on, let's check out Abaddon.
Abdon.
Abaddon, Abaddon. Servile, judge of Israel at the time of Judges, perhaps the same as Bedan, a Benjamite son of Shanesh,
Sheshach.
Shanashach,
Sheshach.
Shashach, a Gibeonite son of
Yeah, yeah.
Yael,
Galiel.
the grandson of uh, Gadin.
Gideon.
Gideon, Saleka, Gideon. Look, they done took his name off so much, I done almost forgot how to
Con.
pronounce it. His real name. I'm so used to seeing that B word for his name. Um,
Mm-hmm.
son of Milk of Micah
Uh, mm-hmm.
in the time of King Josiah of Yehuda. Also, Akbar, Akbar, Barn, Bor,
Bor.
Bor,
Akbor.
Akbor, Bor, Khan, Akbor. Um, city, a city in Ashur allotted to uh, Gideonites,
Gershonite.
Gershonites, Levites, located 10 miles, 16 kilometers north of ACCOH,
Ako.
Akko, modern Akbet, Akbet,
Abed.
BEH,
Abde. Abde.
Akden. That look, I don't know where I'm putting the B in 4D, but yeah, um, that's interesting because imagine when we do leave, we're gonna have to get used to this conversion method because I don't think they do miles outside of U.S.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to get used to these. So 10 miles is 16 kilometers, or is that kilometers?
Yeah. Yeah. Kilometers.
Kilometers.
Same thing though. Kilometers. Kilometers.
Oh, same thing. Okay. I'm like, where do you get kilometers from? Okay, I'm tripping. All right, all right. So let's continue here. Okay, and was that Abdon? So we need to look at this Hillel.
Mm-hmm.
Hillel,
Mm-hmm.
Hillel. Praising. Yeah.
Halal.
Halal. Okay, halal. Con.
Call halal.
Call halal. What does that call mean? Because I don't heard that a lot this week.
All.
All praises. Okay. Call
Mm-hmm.
halal. I like that. I like that. Call halal. All praises. The native of Peloton in Mount Ephraim, the father of Abdon the judge. All right. So yeah, we just see that in these couple of places here. All right. Okay. I think that's all of that. So let's go here to verse 13, chapter 13. So the Philistines oppress again. So
Mm.
Philistines are coming back. Judges chapter 13 and verse 1. And the children of Israel did evil. Oh my gracious. Come on, man. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of Yahuwah, and Yahuwah delivered them into the hands of the Philistines 40 years. 40 years. So before he was giving us 40 years of rest, now these
Mm-hmm.
jokers done earned 40 years of oppression by these Philistines, these children of the Mizrites. Verse 2. And there was a certain man of Zorah of the family of Danites, whose name was Manoah.
Manoah. Manoah.
Manoah. Manoah. Well, I put an S in there. I'll be tripping out for real. Manoah. I said Manoah like it's a S, right? Like it's a S right here. Tripping. Tripping for real. I don't know how I be doing that. Manoah and his wife was barren and bare not. Oh, we about to see Hamashiach here. I remember this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, verse 3. And the messenger of Yahuwah appeared unto the woman and said unto her, Behold, you are barren, and bearest not, but you shall conceive and bear a son. Now therefore beware, I pray you, and drink no wine nor strong drink, and eat nothing and eat slicker, and eat not any unclean thing. Now it seems like he wouldn't even have to say that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't even be. But this is the messenger of Yahuwah. But I don't know why he even said that. Like we shouldn't be doing that anyway. Well, I guess he had to say it because it needed to be said. But that's a head scratcher. Verse 5. For lo, you shall conceive and bear a son, and no razor shall come on his head. For the child shall be a Nazarite unto Yah, or the Most High, from the womb. And he shall begin to deliver Israel out of the hands of the Philistines. Then the woman came and told her husband, saying, A man of the Most High came unto me, and his countenance was like the countenance of a Malachim of the Most High, very terrible, very trouble, yeah, very trouble. But I asked him not where he was, neither told he me his name. And he said unto me, Behold, you shall conceive and bear a son, and drink no wine nor strong drink, neither eat any unclean thing. For the child shall be a Nazarite to the Most High from the womb to the day of his death. And Manoah entreated Yahuwah and said, O my master, let the man of the Most High, which you did send, come again unto us, and teach us what we should do unto the child that shall be born. And the Most High hearkened unto the voice of Manoah, and the Malach of the Most High came again unto the woman as she sat in the field, and Manoah her husband was not with her. And the woman made haste and ran to show her husband, and said unto him, Behold, the man have appeared unto me that came unto me the other day. Now, see, when I picture this, remember when I told you when I'm reading this, I'm like, it's like I'm there.
Mhm.
So yeah, I kind of put a little monetization on it, but I see her like sitting, like up on a porch, like in a
Mhm.
chair, like enjoying the outside, and he's out in the field. She's sitting there, and maybe with a needle, and maybe knitting or something like that.
Mhm.
And I see the messenger of Yahuwah drop down from the sky and land, and she looks up and sees him, and like, oh, that's that man from the other day. But she don't see it, like he don't just walk up. Like I see him like coming down like a,
Just kind of
like a,
appearing.
yeah, yeah, like literally dropping down from the sky and landing,
Mhm.
and then just standing up straight. And she said, "Oh, it's you. Yeah, you the one I was talking to the other day. You got to meet my husband." So she come off the
Mhm.
porch and they go to the field, and so she like, "You got to meet my husband." That's literally what I see in my head when I'm reading this. As he was there at that time. So the second time, verse 11. And Manoah arose and went after his wife, and came to the man, and said unto him, Are you the man that spake unto the woman? And he said, I am. The classic line, I am.
Con. I
I say it
am.
all the time too. When I'm on the phone at work and somebody say, "Are you still there?" I say, "I am." Oh, they don't even catch it. They go right over their head. Right over their head.
Okay.
Verse 12. And Manoah said, now let your words come to pass. How shall we order the child? And how shall we do unto him? And the messenger of Yahuwah said unto Manoah, of all that I say unto the woman, let her be aware. So he like, I've already told her what it is. Verse 14. And she may not eat any unclean thing. Salika. She may not eat of anything that come from the vine, neither let her drink wine or strong drink, nor eat any unclean thing. All that I command her, let her observe. So when he said come from the vine, man, that's no watermelon.
Yeah, no watermelon, no strawberries.
Yeah, no grapes, none of that.
Okay.
Wow. I didn't even think about it. I don't know why watermelon popped in my head. Verse 15. And Manoah said unto the messenger of Yahuwah, I pray you, let us detain you
Uh,
until
yeah,
am
yeah,
I looking at
con.
that right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'll be tripping sometime. Until we shall have made ready a kid for you. And the messenger of Yahuwah said unto Manoah, though you detain me, I will not eat of your bread. And if you will offer an burnt offering, you must offer it unto Yahuwah. For Manoah knew not that he was a Malakim of Yahuwah. So offer it to Yahuwah, not to me.
Mm-hmm.
All praises. Verse 17. I just imagine this. Oh, I just, I just. mm. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me get back. Verse 17. And Manoah said unto the messenger of Yahuwah, what is your name? That when we say, Salika, that when um, you say, come to pass, we may do you honor. That when thy sayings, oh, okay, Salika, that when your sayings come to pass, we may do you honor. Verse 18. And the messenger of Yahuwah said unto him, why ask you this after my name, seeing it is secret? It's secret. Oh man, this is so good. Uh Pli, Pli,
Pili.
Pli, Pli, secret. Wonderful. Vi,
Variant.
variant. So they got variant. Okay, click tripping. Wonderful. And his name shall be.
Wow.
All praises to
Wow.
you. That's why I say
All
this is so
praises.
good. This is so good. I mean, beautiful, beautiful. Why they got this the same thing right here twice? That don't
Hmm.
even make sense. Seeing it is secret. Beautiful, beautiful. I just love it. I love it. I love this word. I love it. Oh, it's wonderful. Verse 19. So Manoah took a kid with the meat offering and offered it upon a rock unto Yahuwah. And the messenger did wondrously. Did I say that right?
Let's see.
Wondrously.
Wondrously.
Okay, kind. And Manoah and his wife looked on. Look, I got this in my. I got a good picture in my mind here. Verse 20. For it came to pass that the flame went up towards Shamaim from off the altar, and the messenger of Yahuwah ascended in the flame of the altar. And Manoah and his wife looked on it and fell on their faces to the ground. But the messenger of Yahuwah did no more appear to Manoah and his wife. Then Manoah knew that he was a Malek of Yahuwah.
Mm-hmm.
And Manoah and his wife, Slikah, and Manoah said unto his wife, we shall surely die,
Mm.
because we have seen the Most High.
Now you saw his son.
He saw his son. Yes, indeed, he saw that Malek. Oh my goodness, I can't imagine. Like, oh man, I'm not gonna say envious, but oh, I couldn't imagine being in a situation and realizing that was Hamashiach. You know what I'm saying? Like, to come to that, like, that was Hamashiach. That was, whoa, y'all ain't gonna believe this. You know what I'm saying? Like, verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, this is good stuff. But his wife said unto him, if Yahuwah were pleased with Slikah, if Yahuwah were pleased to kill us, he would not have received a burnt offering and a meat offering at our hand. Neither would he have shown us all these things, nor would as at this time have told us such things as this. Like, if he was meant to kill us, then all this wouldn't have just happened.
Indeed.
Yeah, Manoah, like, look, that fear is on him. He like, oh,
Indeed. Come.
yeah, yeah, I would have been fearful too, but
Yeah, a little
I,
shook up, you know.
yeah, but with the knowledge I got now, though, with understanding this, I know, him, I know he was like, they had Torah too, so they experienced the cloud, not experienced, but they were familiar with the cloud by day, because we read in the last chapter it was 300 years, so we
Mm-hmm.
far, far, like, time is just zooming by. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? As
come.
we reading this, verse 24. And the woman bare a son and called his name Samson. And the child grew, and Yahuwah baraked him. And the spirit of Yahuwah began to move on him at times in the camp of Dan between Zorah and
It's
E
told. That
Estol.
old. Mm-hmm.
Estol. Man, that is a beautiful chapter right there. That's a why are you asking after my name, seeing as it is secret?
All praises. All praise. Uh, yeah, I wasn't privy of that knowledge right there. I told Arabah because
Hallelujah. Praise God.
when I saw that wonderful,
Yeah,
very telling of who
kind,
that was, man.
kind. Yeah, I actually learned that from my elder in Stone Mountain, Georgia. He showed us that. I said, "What?" He's like,
Wow.
"Yeah, like all praises." But yeah, that's when he passed that knowledge down. So, so that was the best part. Now Samson finna start going off, I'm sure, because he was known for going off. So
Yeah. Yeah.
you want to pick up 14 up?
Indeed, my brother.
Told out for power.
This is the book of Shophatim, Judges, chapter 14, Samson's marriage, verse 1. And Samson went down to Timnath and saw a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. Wow, yeah, you just said that too. He's gonna go off. Now, what's Samson's name mean?
Okay, con. Yeah, I didn't even think about. I didn't even look at that in the last chapter, but yeah. Uh,
Shimshon.
Shimshon. So that's how you say it in Hebrew. Like the
Mm-hmm.
son, a Danite son of Manoza, uh, a Nazarite for life, a judge of Israel for 20 years. He only had 20 years
Mm-hmm.
to judge, so one time did he
I
start
mean,
judging?
yeah, and that was a little bit longer than those other
Yeah,
judges, you know.
those other ones, yeah, yeah. Shimshon. So that's interesting. I didn't even realize that Shimshon was his name. Shimshon.
Yeah, I know
Okay,
a couple of brothers named
Shimshon.
Shimshon.
Okay, con.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to use that instead of Simpson. Shimshon.
Indeed, indeed.
I like that.
Verse 2. Yeah, me
Con.
too.
Yeah.
And he came up and told his father and his mother and said, I have seen a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. Now, therefore, get her for me to wife. Then his father and his mother said unto him, Is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren, or among all my people, that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines? And Shimshon said unto his father, Get her for me, for she pleaseth me well.
Come on now,
Wow.
what would make him say that? I don't understand that at all. She pleased me well. Like what I don't understand. I
Yeah.
don't. I'm at a loss on that one. I don't. mm, I'm not in agreement with Shimshon on that one.
Yeah, gone, gone.
Uh,
Verse 4. But his father and his mother knew not that it was of Yahweh that he sought an occasion against the Philistines. For at
oh,
that time the Philistines had dominion over Israel.
so
So,
he saw
this
the
is the most high moving.
Okay, kind, yeah, yeah. So Hazakiyahu could have been in that position because I wouldn't look at no. Mm, I don't got that. I don't guess that on me. I don't have that on me. But I don't know. The Philistines are, they black people at least. But I don't know. She probably was nice looking, but interesting. It's just
God.
that's interesting. We compare that to this time, and we see other. I'd say some nice looking women that wasn't of our people. But I ain't like just desire them. I just thought, she nice looking. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I could tell she wasn't. They wasn't. Not our people. Not the same. But let's continue.
Con. Verse 5. Then went Shimshon down, and his father and his mother to Tanakh, and came to the vineyard of Tanakh. And behold, a young lion roared against them, and the Ruach of Yahweh came mightily upon him, and he rent him as he would have rent a kid.
Mm,
And he had nothing in his hand, but he told not his father or his mother what he had done.
mm,
And when he went down and talked with the woman, and she pleased Shimshon well, and after a time he returned to take her, and he turned aside to see the carcass of the lion, and behold, there was a swarm of bees and honey in the carcass of the lion.
mm.
I bet that's a sight.
You're right.
Well, verse 9. And he took therefore, Salakia, and he took thereof in his hands, and went on eating, and came to his father and mother, and he gave them, and they did eat. But he told not them that he had taken the honey out of the carcass of a lion.
Mm. So Salakia here. So not only he took this was in the carcass of a lion. So he took this honey and he ate it himself. So a dead lion is unclean. A dead anything is unclean.
God.
So he not only ate this unclean honey. If it was just if it had been on a tree, it'd have been a different thing. But he took this from a dead lion. He ate it himself, which he's a Nazarite, not supposed to do anything unclean, and he gave it to his mother and his
Mm.
father and his mother, I should say. Wow. See, I knew Samson, bro. Shimshon, this brother here was. I don't understand that. That's I don't. That's
God.
that's that's not honoring your father or your mother when you
God.
give them something unclean to eat. How you eat it yourself? That's dishonoring the Most High.
Yeah.
But I'm again. I can't run Samsung in the ground because his place is solidified as well in the kingdom. So
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, let's just read on.
Verse 10. So his father went down into the woman, and Shimshon made there a feast, for so was the young man to do. And it,
Your mic is doing something. It sounds like you're right
how's
up
it?
on it.
How's it now?
That's
Is it
better.
still
That's better. No, that's
okay?
much better. Yeah,
Gone.
it sounds like you was right up on it, but you good now.
All right. Let me read that verse again. Verse
Go ahead.
10. So his father went down unto the woman, and Shimshon made there a feast, for so used the young men to do. And it came to pass, when they saw him, that they brought 30 companions to be with him. Verse 12, Shimshon's riddle.
Mm.
And Shimshon said unto them, I will put now, I will now put forth a riddle unto you. If ye can certainly declare it me within the 7 days of the feast, and find it out, then I will give you 30 sheets and 30 change of garments. But if
30
ye can,
sheets.
oh,
Slick,
slack,
slick.
yeah.
Let's take a look at that sheets real quick. I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
that's probably bed linen, but maybe not. Uh,
Sardine.
Shadeen, Shadeen sheets, fine linen. Yeah, yeah. Linen wrapper.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's triangle. So yeah, it's definitely like bed garment. And
Okay.
we know what garments are. So let's continue. Just
All
curious
right.
about that.
Verse 13. But if ye cannot declare it me, then shall ye give me 30 sheets and 30 change of garments. And they said unto him, Put forth thy riddle, that we may hear it. And he said unto them, Out of the eater came forth meat, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. And they could not in 3 days expound the riddle. And it came to pass on the seventh day that they said unto Shimshon's wife, Entice thy husband, that he may declare unto us the riddle, lest we burn thee and thy father's house with fire.
Mm.
Have ye called us to take that we have? Is it not so? And so they
So
threatening her.
right, right. So let's go back to this riddle real quick. What did he say? Out of the eater came forth meat. Out of the
Hmm.
strong came forth sweetness. I don't have a clue.
But it sounds like to me, it sounds like that honey that he got out of that. I could be wrong. I know I've
The
read this before, but
Yeah,
I
I can't
mean,
remember what it was. That's why I
yeah,
was like
but knowing that we just read about him eating that honey out
eating
of
the
that
honey.
lion,
Yeah, kind. Interesting. Okay, I know we'll get to it here.
Khan. Verse 16. And Shimshon's wife wept before him and said, Thou do but hate me, and lovest me not, that thou hast put forth a riddle unto the children of my people, and hast not told it me. And he said unto her, Behold, I have not told it my father nor my mother, and shall I tell you? Right. And she wept before him the 7 days, while their feast lasted. And it came to pass on the seventh day that he told her, because she lay sore upon him, and she told the riddle to the children of her people. And the men of the city said unto him on the seventh day before the sun went down, What is sweeter than honey, and what is stronger than a lion? Khan.
Kind. Yeah.
Yeah. And he said unto them, If ye had not plowed with with my heifer, ye had not found out my riddle.
You don't
God.
fly with my heifer.
Right, right. Verse 19. And the ruach of Yahweh came upon him, and he went down to Eshkelon, and slew 30 men of them, and took their spoil, and gave change of garments unto them, which expounded the riddle. And his anger was kindled, and he went up to his father's house. But Shimshon, but Shimshon's wife was given to his companion, whom he had used as his friend.
Wow. So they took his wife and gave her to his buddy. Like, here, we're
Hmm.
gonna give your wife to. Which, you know what this is that showed me in that chapter when he said 30 sheets and then 30 changes of garments. Like, that's that's not. I remember before when they were getting ready when they come out of Mizraim, uh, the Most High would tell them to wash their garments. So wash their garments and be ready the third day.
Hmm.
So they didn't have 30 changes of garments. So they done came way up.
Yeah, indeed, indeed.
Yeah, yeah. So it's been a lot of they didn't begin to get affluent here. 30 changes of garments. I don't know if I got. I don't have 30,
Oh God.
30 things to wear. I may have 20, but I don't have 30. That's
Yeah,
they didn't,
don't even have the I don't have the closet space, you know.
yeah, they done came. He done came up. I mean, since the time of Moshe to
Hmm.
Samson, yeah, there's a lot of some affluenity. And think just last week we was reading that they was impoverished because of the
Hmm.
Midianites.
Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. Yep. All right. This is the book of Shaphatim, Judges, chapter 15. Samson burns, Shimshon burns Philistine crops. Verse 1. But it came to pass within a while after, in the time of the wheat harvest, that Shimshon visited his wife with a kid, and he said, I will go in to my wife into the chamber. But her father would not suffer him to go in. And her father said, I verily thought that thou had utterly hated her. Therefore I gave her to thy companion. Is not her younger sister fairer than she is? Slakia, fairer than she? Take her, I pray thee, instead of her. Wow.
Mm.
Verse 3. And Shimshon said concerning them, Now shall I be more blameless than the Philistines, though I do them a displeasure. And Shimshon went and caught 300 foxes, and took firebrands, and turned tail to tail, and put a firebrand in the midst between the two tails.
Mm.
And when he had set the brands on fire, he let them go into the standing corn of the Philistines, and burnt both the shocks, and also the standing corn, with the vineyards and olives. Then the Philistines said, Who hath done this? And they answered, Shimshon, the son-in-law of the Timonite, because he had taken his wife and given her to his companion. And the Philistines came up and burnt her and her father with fire.
Wow. So I mean, it's ironic that they knew exactly who it was and
Hmm.
exactly why he did it. I mean, where are they getting this information from? That's ironic.
Yeah, con.
Yeah.
Uh, verse 7. And Shimshon said unto them, Though ye have done this, yet I will be avenged of you, and after that I will cease. And he smote them hip and thigh with a great slaughter. And he went down and dwelt in the top of the rock of Edom. Then the Philistines went up. Oh, Salaki, you had something out?
Let's just take a look at that Adam real quick here.
Okay, con.
Yeah. Hadn't been getting a lot to look at. Atium, Atium,
Atam.
Tom, Tom. Layer of Wild Beast. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty interesting. Village of the tribe of Simeon, a town in Yehuda, fortified and garrisoned by Rehoboam of Yehuda. The location between Bethlehem and Tika, T
Tekoa.
Tekoa, Tor, Tor, a cliff of uncertain. Okay, kind. Yeah, we've seen that one before, but hmm, Joshua. Okay, let's continue.
Verse 9. Then the Philistines went up and pitched in Yehuda and spread themselves in Lahah.
And Laha. I don't know if we've seen that Laha before.
Yeah,
Let's
I
just
don't
take
think so. What?
a okay. Let's take a quick look at that one.
Lahi. Lahi.
Lahi. Okay, kind of Lahi Jaw. Uh, I wonder is it with that because of that donkey jaw? Well, we saw this in Judges apparently. Huh?
God.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, 15. That's what we at. No. We at where we at now?
Yeah,
We at
we're in
15.
15.
Okay, con. So this is the first time we've seen it. I'm tripping. I'll be tripping for real. Okay, let's continue.
Verse 10. And the men of Yehuda said, Why are ye come up against us? And they answered, To bind Shimshon are we come up, to do to him as he hath done to us.
Mm,
Then 3,000 men of Yehuda went to the top of the rock of Etam, and said to Shimshon, Knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that thou hast done unto us? And he said unto them, As they did unto me, so have I done unto them.
mm,
And they said unto him, We are come down to bind thee, that we may deliver thee into the hand of the Philistines. And Shimshon said unto them, Swear unto me that ye will not fall upon me yourselves. And they spake unto him, saying, No, but we will bind you fast, and deliver you into their hand, but surely we will not kill you. And they bound him with two new cords, and brought him up from the rock. And when he came unto Leah, or what was it? It was Lee, wasn't it? The
yeah,
Philist,
like okay.
Lai, the
Mhm.
Philistines shouted against him, and the Ruach of Yahweh came mightily upon him, and the cords that were upon his arms became as flax that was burnt with fire, and his bands loosed from off his hands.
Mhm.
Man. So y'all
Kind,
think y'all
kind.
got him bound and
Right.
you
You think you got
really
him
just
in
put
the
him
they thought they had him in the bag, and
right.
they brought him down, and here he is. They're like, yeah, this is it. Now watch this, verse 15.
Right. Right. God. Verse 15. And he found a new jawbone of a donkey, and put forth his hand, and took it, and slew 1,000 men therewith.
Oh wow, a
Wow.
jawbone, a
Yeah, God.
thousand men with a jawbone, not
You
a
know,
sword, not a spear, a jawbone of a donkey.
that almost to me, we know the weapons of our warfare are spiritual and not carnal.
Trying.
I would include that in this because this is not a traditional weapon. You know what I
No,
mean? This is whatever he picked up. You
whatever
know,
he just saw. And didn't we just see something? Didn't one of the words we looked at say something about a, a, a bone or something like that? I can't
yeah.
remember.
The name of this town where they're at is
Okay, kind.
Lai. It
So
means
that
jawbone.
jawbone. Okay, kind. So that must be where this came from. Where they
Con.
named it this the city after this. So okay, I
Mm-hmm.
remember. Okay,
All right.
okay.
Verse
So we at
16.
17, 17 actually.
I was 17. And it came to pass when he had made an end of speaking that he cast away the jawbone out of his hand, and called that place Ramath Lehi.
Month AE. Did we skip that? Oh, we did skip
Yeah,
16.
we skipped
Salaki.
16.
My bad. My bad.
Verse 16. And Shimshon said, With the jawbone of a donkey, heaps upon heaps, with the jaw of a donkey have I slain 1,000 men.
Kind.
And it came to pass, O Slakia,
Okay. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
and it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking, that he cast away the jawbone out of his hand, and he called that place Ramath Lehi.
Month AE. Yeah. So that's the jawbone. Uh, I believe is that the one we just looked at?
Well, Lehi is
Okay. Ramoth
Ramath
AE.
Lehi. Yeah,
Height
height of a
of
jawbone.
place of the rock northern the view of water and the Philistines. So ironically, Simpson being a Danite, he's down here with Yehuda,
Hmm.
and I'm trying to think: is Dan was Dan from the his from Leah's maid?
Man, that's a
I
good
know
question.
she was from
Yeah,
one of the.
I don't remember. I don't know if it was Zilpah or if it was Bilhah.
Yeah, I got it on a shirt. I'll look at it. I'll look at it a little bit.
You know, if you look up Dan, it'll actually tell us.
Okay, come on, let's do that.
I want to say it was back in chapter 14 when Shimshon pops up. The end. I know at the end of it, it says that he was from Dan. Verse
Okay,
20, I think.
20. Okay, come
Uh, it must be the previous chapter.
'Kay. No sweat.
13.
No sweat. Oh, Danites. Here we
Yeah,
go.
there it is. Yep.
Dani, judge, descendant of son of Jacob, inhabitants of the territory of Dan, collective of descendants, inhabitants of Dan, Danites. Um, hmm. Okay, Dan, prior name, son of Jacob, tribe bearing the name of bounds, land described in Joshua and
Okay, he was the Bilhah. He was the fifth son of Jacob and the first of Bilhah, Rachel's handmaid.
oh, okay, so he came from Raquel rather than
Mm-hmm.
Leah. Okay, I was just trying
Con.
to see if there was a time as to why he's hanging out here with Yehuda. That's what I'm trying to
Yehuda
say.
Khan.
Yeah, yeah. So okay, but yeah, we are brothers.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Khan.
charge that to that. Um, we were at you know what verse we were at?
Uh, oh yeah, we were further down. I think 16.
16. Okay, fine.
Well, yeah, we had 16 to 7 because I had to come back and read 16
Okay, con, 1,000 men. Yeah,
and
yeah. So we read, yeah. So
verse
actually 18.
18.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
at the end
Khan.
here.
And verse 18, and he was sore athirst and called on Yahweh and said, Thou hast given this great deliverance into the hand of thy servant, and now shall I die for thirst and fall into the hand of the uncircumcised? But the Most High clave an hollow place that was in the jaw, and there came water thereout. And when he had drunk, his spirit came again, and he revived. Wherefore he called the name thereof Enachor, which
Not
is in Lehi,
crazy.
unto this day.
Hmm.
And he judged Israel in the days of the Philistines 20 years.
20 years.
Hallelujah.
Great shot. Let's check out this word anakore.
Uh,
Anakore.
Anhakore.
Anakore. Anakore. Spring of one calling. Now that's ironic as well because again, a donkey is not a clean animal, and yet
God.
he was delivered water out of a unclean vessel, and
Mm-hmm.
but the Most High do what He need to do, and that's what
Mm-hmm.
He had, so that's what He delivered. So I surely
God.
can't, you know, I can't go against that. But great passage of script. These man, this book of Judges. I keep on saying Judges. This book of Judges. I know that's not even conventional, but very good read. Very good information. I just love that chapter where we saw the messenger came down. So vivid in my mind, and even this with Simpson. Uh, very vivid pictures. Very, I hate to say wonderful writing. I mean, it's a wonderful account
Mm-hmm.
because that's what we're reading. We're reading an account, not just a story or a writing. But it just creates such a vivid picture in my mind, and good stuff. Very good stuff. Um, Finishing with those other judges. Ironic that their time was so short, and even Simpson now
Mm-hmm.
at 20 years. So we'll be finishing up this book of Judges tomorrow. Uh, Anything for final thoughts there? Art?
You know, just just seeing how the Abba moves. This judge here that we're reading about, Shimshon.
Mm,
Uh, you and I, we definitely look at it as a funny thing for him to go and chase after these strange women.
mm,
Uh, but when we take it into to thought that these things are being done, it's like these things are being done solely for the purpose of the Abba's children and being
right.
delivered. You
Yeah.
know, the way that this fight even begins. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, uh, we're told that at his wedding feast, these are his companions, but these weren't his friends. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, if they were his friends, he never would have uh told them, gave them a riddle that he knew that they couldn't figure out, and I'm
Right.
gonna I'm gonna become rich off you, and knowing that that's gonna be, y'all are gonna hate me because
Right.
y'all gonna make me rich. Y'all
Right.
getting ready to hate me.
30 sheets and 30 changes of garments. I mean, that's substantial, you
Yeah.
know. So,
So yeah, just some really good writing, man. Some good history.
right.
All that we've read tonight. I think we can look back at that Yeftah, that story.
Yeah.
We can definitely see where our people were off. What's that verse? Leviticus 19 and 18. We've got it on our flyer where it speaks about no hatred
All kind.
between brothers.
Yeah. And dealing with Ephraim, and then yeah, for Ephraim to go up against, to come, and to see that twice in this book. I mean,
Mhm.
that's a head scratcher. Like, I don't understand that. Yeah, I did that with with Gideon,
Mhm.
and now he doing it with Jephthah. Like, that's not even sensible. I don't understand this. How is it, if you wanted to get into the fight, you got opportunity to get into the fight. It's
Indeed.
not like he like, no, you can't come fight. No, I mean, he didn't say that. You could have gotten the fight, but instead of doing that, you're gonna go and fight you against your brother and lose 40 and 2,000 of your own people because you
Mhm.
being knuckleheads.
Come.
Because you
And,
straight up
and,
being knuckleheads. I mean, that's
and,
ridiculous.
and mind you, there's still heathens in the land that you
Yeah,
can go fight with if you want to fight. If you're just set on fighting. But
right.
like I said, we can definitely see our people in these people's actions. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because these are our
yeah,
folks.
yeah.
Sad
Absolutely,
truth,
absolutely.
sad bit of truth right there.
Sad, 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 indeed. Indeed, yeah, we see a lot of that, with Samson, even Shimshon. That name is like, it's almost sound Chinese.
God.
Shimshon.
Shimshon.
I know I hadn't said that in a while, but that's ironic though. But it's interesting in that. I think my favorite definitely was 13. Man, that was really a joy to read. I mean, my mental picture was so vivid. It was so and I just hate people not even aware of this.
Hmm.
It's they should be.
Yeah,
They
come.
should be. So
Indeed.
it's really a barakah. But anything else to add on?
Now that's it, my brother.
Hallelujah.
All
All
praises
praise.
to the Most High.
Yes, indeed. All praises indeed. This is a great barakah. This is a great group of chapters here. Look forward to finishing up the book of Judges on tomorrow afternoon. We have 6 more chapters to go, and we'll read all 6 of those tomorrow. Which after that we will go to the book of Samuel, First Samuel, and we'll read through First Samuel. We'll see how quick we can. Not quick. It's not about doing it quick. It's being edified by what we're reading. And I pray anybody who has watched or is watching this or has watched this is edified as we are. And with that, we give all praise, honor, and great esteem. Salika, I am your Akazaki Yahoo, as you can see on the screen, joined by my most esteemed Ak. Point this way, that way. This way. There we go. That's what. That's what
There
I'm
it
trying
is.
to say. This way. Joined by my most esteemed Kenanai. You see his name right here on the screen, and that's what I was trying to do. Um, and we give all praise, honor, and great esteem unto the Most High Power Yahuwah, Bahashem Yahushua Hamashiach, and to the 12 tribes of Israel who are scattered to the four quarters of the earth. We say Shalom Wabarukim, that is peace and blessings. And I cannot wait to the day that the Most High brings us back together and we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation under the Most High Power, under one covenant until that day. Shalom, family.
Shalom, shalom.